I am muting myself, guys. I haven't like that. Let us, yeah, I know. So there is some background noise at my side, guys, because of some, you know, the cultural event is going on. It will be around like 5 to 10 minutes more, maybe. I'm trying my best to hide that, but yeah, please bear this. So let me, open my Jupyter notebook. So can you see my screen? Okay. So let's get started, guys. Today we are going to learn the new topic, that is, the conditional control structures. We have finished with, you know, uh, the tokens yesterday itself, right? In token we have seen what is data type is, what is variable is, what are the keywords we are having. Okay, then what are the different advanced data structures we are having, right? We all know, right? What is integer is, what is float is. Okay, what do you mean by list, what do you mean by tuple, what is, the dictionaries and set is. Okay, now we all are familiar with all these tokens, guys. Now there is a time to, uh, learn how we are going to write the program, how we are going to control the program, how we are going to flow the data through the program. Okay, so today we are going to learn very important concept, that is conditional control statement, that is used to control the flow of execution, guys. Okay, so let me just walk you through that. Okay, simply. So very first point under this conditional control structure is, you know, um, it is used to control the flow of execution of program. Okay. Then second one is, it is it we can say it act as a filter, or we can say check. Okay, to filter out the data. Okay, to filter out the data. So under conditional control structure we are having various statements. Okay, We are having very first statement is if, second statement is if else, the third statement is if elif else. Okay, these are the few statements that we are going to learn, guys, today. Okay, very simple but very effective statements these are. Okay, we called it as conditional control statements. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn each and everything one by one. Okay, so let's understand very first statement, that is if. Okay, I will be writing syntax first. Syntax means rule. Okay, how we're going to write that? Do not execute this tail, guys. If, then we'll be writing condition statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. Okay, so this is how the syntax looks like. Okay, now before understanding this, guys, I just want you all guys to walk you through a very important concept, that is indentation. Have you heard about indentation, guys? Have you heard about indentation? Yes? No? Okay. Right. So let me tell you what is, indentation is first, and then we'll be understanding if else. Okay. So let me just add one more cell here, and let us say we are using Java programming. Let us consider I am working, okay, on Java programming, and I want to write one particular code. Okay, if if my age is greater than, okay, or equal to 18, then this is what the condition will have. Okay, and then I will be, if this is true, then I will be executing this. Okay, print I am eligible for voting. Okay, and here I am going to write print thanks. Okay, so what is happening here, guys, you can just check here. Okay, I'm trying to trying to tell you the indentation, guys. This is not the syntax of Python. Okay, this is the syntax of, for example, other programming language. So what it means here, guys, see, if this condition is true, okay, if this condition is true, then it will be executing these two statements. Okay, it will be executing these two statements, print first and print second. Can you say this is my first print, this is my second print is. Okay, and how I am telling I am going to execute these two statement, guys? How will come to know, like we need to execute these two statements when this condition is true? By looking towards this bracket. Can you see these two brackets, guys? Opening curly bracket and close curly bracket. Obina, I'm not explaining the syntax of Python. Just try to understand. Okay. Can you see this opening and closing bracket, guys? Opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket. That indicates what it indicates, guys. What it indicates? Yes. So when we need to, when this condition is true, then I'm going to execute these two statements. Suppose I'm writing one more statement here, print I. Okay, so this statement is not the statement of if block. This is entirely a if block, guys. How we're going to identify this is if block? By looking toward these two bracket. Okay, the if block has started and here if block has ended. Okay, this is what the indication, guys. Okay, where we can say if block starts here and if block ends here. Okay, this is what the indication we used to use. But in Python, we cannot use this particular bracket, guys. We cannot use this bracket to indicate like these are the statements under if a block. This high statement is outside the if block, but these two statements are inside the if block. How we are saying these are inside the if block? Because it is surrounded by these two brackets. Okay, but in Python we don't have that. Okay, so that's why we use here indentation. And indentation means what? You can see, if I have written here if, okay, and then my condition is going to start here. If this condition is true, then by giving this colon, guys, I am telling that my if block is starting here. Okay, so let me just write it down here. Colon indicates what it indicates. If block is starting, okay. Once you give the comma colon here, guys, you can see, once you give the colon here, it automatically skips how many spaces, guys? 4 spaces. That is one tab. How many spaces? That is one tab. Okay, it automatically skips 4 spaces, and you can see all the statements are inclined towards right hand side. Okay, by skipping how many spaces, guys? 4 spaces. I believe you can see all these 4 spaces, and this is nothing but indentation. Okay, can you hear me? Am I audible? Right. So yes, so you know what we can say is, like, indentation means what? We will be writing this colon, and once we give this colon, it automatically in the next line it automatically skips this 4 line, and this statement 1 will write statement 2, will write statement 3. So you can see consistent 4 spaces I am leaving here. Here also 4 spaces, here also 4 spaces, and that indicates all these 3 statements comes under if block. This indicates all these 3 statements comes under if block. Okay, now let me write the one more. Can you see? Now I'm writing here print. Okay, here I'm writing statement 3. For example, instead of print I'm writing statement 4. Can you just tell me, guys, how many statements are inside the if block? How many statements are inside the if block? 3 statements, because you can see after if condition, these are the 4 consistent, spaces we are having, right? And these are the 3 statement comes under if block. Okay, and this will be your outside the if block. Okay, I hope you are getting this. Okay, no, I will tell you what do you mean by condition. Okay, I will tell you what do you mean by condition, guys. Okay, this is syntax. This is not a code. This is syntax. This is not a code. Is this okay, Rumi? Okay. This is syntax, guys. This is not a code. I'm writing here. Do not execute. Do not execute. Okay. Now let me just show you practically what it is. Okay. Suppose if 3 is greater than 2, 3 is greater than 2. Can you see right here, guys? I am printing here high. I am printing here high. So tell me, 3 is greater than 2. Okay. So how it is going to execute, guys? If this condition is true, is it true, guys? 3 is greater than 2. Is it true? Yes. Right? So it will come inside the block. It will find out how many statements are there which having consistent space. These two statements are having consistent space before the statement, so it will consider these two statement inside the if block. Inside the if block means what? It is going to evaluate this condition, and then it is going to understand we need to execute these two statements. Okay, when I execute this, can you see both statements are getting executed here? Okay, so this is how it works. If this condition is true, then execute these two statements. That's it. Let us assume I am giving here, okay, only one space. Can you see the print is in red color? Can you see print is in red color? That means it is going to raise an error because it does not have the consistent space, and this is called indentation error. Can you see guys here? Indentation error, what it means, it is expecting what? The same space, okay, before the statement. Okay, how to reduce this particular error? How to reduce this particular error? Bring this p just inside this particular um, if block, or if you want to reduce the spaces before both statement, that is also okay. Give one space here. Okay, again you can just give one space here. Now let us check it is going to execute or not. Can you see? It is executing, right? Because we are having what? Equal spaces. Here is one space, here is another space. Okay, so one space is also allowed. Okay, two spaces are allowed, but both statement have the equal number of spaces before the statement in the if block. Understood? Yeah, it is correct. Kritika, it is correct. What is your concern? Yes, Pooja, in the post statement we should have equal number of spaces. Okay, now very simple. If it is not true, then can you see 3 is less than? Is it true, guys? Is it true? Is this condition is true? No. So it is not going to execute anything. Okay, it is not going to execute anything. Understood? Suppose now let us consider this is my statement is, this is my statement is, okay, now I am writing here print by. Print by. Can you see now what is happening here? By is getting executed. Tell me how many statements are there inside the if now? How many statements are there inside the if now? And that last statement is where? Where is this by statement? Where is this by statement? It is outside, right? Go ahead, Sena. You can
Sir,
talk.
I want to say that just now, as you have said, that it will have equal number of space for all the statement lines which are to be considered inside the condition. Now here, contrary to that, we are seeing that print is out of alignment here, but still it is taking the color. So little bit confusing that
Yeah,
way.
it is not the color. Okay, it is not about the color, right? So you can see here, okay, when I give this colon, okay, so when I hit enter, it will take how many spaces? By default 4 spaces, right? So this print is having how many spaces? 4 spaces. Again, we want this second statement also inside the if, so it should have how many spaces? 4 spaces, right? Because the previous print is having how many spaces? 4 spaces. So what it means, if these two statements are having equal number of spaces, that means these two statements are inside the if block. Okay, and now this is the normal statement, guys. It is exactly the below the I. Can you see? It is exactly below the I. That means this is the regular statement. This is not the if statement. Okay, this is the regular statement. Suppose I am having a program which contains 100 line, right? Out of that 100 line, 3 lines are of like if statement. So you consider these 3 lines are of you if statements, and rest all are like 97 lines will be our normal program. Are you getting it? So this is what my normal statement. This is not inside the if block. Okay, so this is like, when the condition is true, then it is going to execute these statements. Also it is going to execute this statement, because this is normal one. Okay, you can just go ahead and check. You will get the 3 output. Can you see? Hi, then this is, and then this one. So how it is going to execute? It will evaluate the condition first. If condition is true, yes, in the condition is true, it will jump inside the block. It will execute high. It will execute this 3 is greater than 2. It will come outside the if, and it will just encounter what? The next statement, that is print by, and it is going to execute that. Are you getting it? Yeah.
Understood, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so when, let us revert the condition. Okay, now my condition is not true. My condition is not true, so it is not going to jump inside the block. It will directly skip this entire block. It will come to the next statement, that is print by. So when we execute this, we will get only by statement. But if you give this one space here for print, then you can see it will raise an error, guys. What is the error? Indentation error, because it is not able to find out the statement which is, following this particular level, right? That's why we need to, remove this particular space. Now it is okay. Either it should be, inside, exactly below this if, or it should be inside the if. This is what the two things we need to consider. Okay, Minakshi, why the answer is by? You understood now why the answer is by? Because the condition is false. So it will not enter in the if block. So this entire if block will be skipped, and it will come to the next point. Like how if is a individual statement, likewise print is also, this one is also an individual statement. Okay. Okay. Next one is, you'll get an idea, more idea when we see more, things. Let's understand if else. Now, what is the problem in the if only, guys? If condition is false, then we are not mentioning anything, guys. If condition is false, then what? We are not mentioning anything there, right? That's why we have what? If else statement here. Okay. So let us understand that. Suppose I am having A is equal to 2. Okay. B is equal to 3. Let us write, for example, if A is greater than B, then I am saying print what I'm going to say here, A is greater. Okay, else. Now see, else is, where is else? Okay, where is else? You can see else is having its own print statement. Sorry, own block. B is greater. Now let me explain the syntax of this first. Okay, right. Let me just write down here syntax. What is the syntax, guys? If, okay, then we'll be writing condition. Then here, okay, then here do not execute the syntax wala block. Okay, everyone. Okay, then here statement one, anything, any statement it will be. Okay, statement 3, we can have multiple statement here. Okay, if this condition is not true, then we will enter in this else block, and then we'll write statement 4, statement 5, statement 6, in this way. Now how it is going to execute? So if condition is true, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block. Okay, at a time it is going to execute only one block. So this is your if block, guys. This is your else block. Always remember, we never write the condition in else block. We never write condition in else block. We never write the condition in else block. Okay, always remember. So here, if condition is true, then it will execute these three statements, and it is going to skip this entire else block. If condition is false, then it is going to skip this entire if block, and it will be executing else block. This is how it works. Now let's understand this. Tell me, is this condition is true, guys? Is this condition is true? No. So it is going to avoid this if block. It will be executing what, guys? Else block. Always remember. So this is B is greater is what the answer we are expecting. So you can see here A, it has skipped. Any question in this? Do you have any question? Let us understand more. Okay. Program to check entered number is even or odd. Can you try, guys, this program and write down your solution in the chat window? Is it possible for you all guys to try this program? You want to just check whether the entered number is even or odd. How we are checking that? Even and odd condition. How to check even and odd condition? Okay. So do you want to try this first? Try this. Once done, please let me know in the chat, guys. Muhammad, can you just write down your code in the chat? Yeah. Okay. Let me write this particular program. I will accept the number first from the user. The number will be stored in a integer of, I will write input function and then I will ask enter number. Is it correct, guys? Whatever I have written, we learned that yesterday itself, right? How to take the number from user. You can use eval also, not an issue. Okay, no problem. Suppose I have taken this number from the user. Now I will just apply the condition if a. Now how we are defining number is even, guys, or odd? If it is completely divisible by 2, a particular number is completely divisible by 2, then it is what? An even number, right? So we can say that like this. So if it is completely divisible, that means remainder is always 0. So how to check the remainder, guys? How to obtain the remainder? A mod 2 equal to 0, right? If it is completely divisible by 2, that means your remainder is 0, then we can say print number is even. Are you agree with this, everyone? Otherwise, otherwise what we are going to say? Print number is odd. Are you agree with this particular code, guys? You understood modulo operator? We have seen that modulo, even we know, right, how to use if else, right? So let us execute this and check. Enter number 12. Yes, it is even. You can see the result. I'm just executing that again. 13. It is not even. It's an odd number. Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
See, like for the if condition, if I'm printing print number is even, else print number is odd. Now, if
Mhm.
I just swap it, if I write first under if condition, if I write odd, and then under else print number is even, then I'm getting, means I'm getting the output, but output is not right actually. It is
Absolutely, absolutely not right, right? If you're writing here odd, you are giving wrong message. Are you getting it?
okay. Yes. Why I ask this question is that I'm putting a condition already. If a is divisible by 2 and the remainder is 0, then it should be okay. Okay, fine. I got it, because I am defining this number is odd.
Right. So if though you are writing condition here, but it should know where to go, right? Just this condition just define go inside, right? This condition just define go inside. So inside we should give the proper message. Okay. So it's your logic here. You should write odd here. It is not going to identify that this is even written or odd written. Okay.
Basically, I have to put the right logic. Only
Yes,
then.
that is completely yes, based on your logic. It will help you to just redirect, right? It is not helping us to identify what we have written there. Whatever you are going to write inside the quote, it is going to print it. Okay. You can write anything. You can write my name is Amit. So if the condition is true, it will display my name is Amit like this. Yeah, Praveen. Okay. Now, Rumi, your question is how we are going to restrict the decimal places. Okay. So decimal places, like in the sense you are writing, you are asking like this, and you want to restrict it. So what you can do is, let us say this one, A is this one. So I will be writing round. Okay, A with 2. So it will be giving 1.22 round function. Rumi, you are getting this? This is general function. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat this, please?
Yeah, yeah. So here, yeah, you can see after decimal there are n numbers, right? So if I want to restrict it to the 2 digit 1.22, then I will be using round till 2 decimal. Okay. So it will print this one. Suppose I am having here, 5454 like this. When I execute this, it will give a 45. Okay. This is what the question was. Round function will tell you the rounding. Any other question if you have? So, Mahesh, if you do that double slash, then what will happen? Suppose what will happen when you give this double slash on single number? We can't give that double slash, right? Mahesh, if this is what the number and I want to restrict it to the 2 digit, 2 decimal, right? So I can't use that operator. So Kritika is saying invalid syntax. Can you just put your, code there, Deepika? Sorry, Kritika. Would like to share your screen. I can't, figure out your error. I just want to see your code. Kritika, would like to share your screen? Okay. Let me give you access. Just accept this. So, Kritika, can you see your else? Where is your else? That should be, just below the if. Else is the separate block, and if is the separate block, right? Just bring that else exactly below the if. One more space. Hit enter. Okay, give the backspace. Right, now execute it. You can stop your screen share. Yeah.
So can you please show me the round syntax, please? I'm just trying to.
So you can just write down round. In that, your number. Let's say this is what my number is. Okay, this is what my number is. So you can
I'm
just write
unable
down
to.
that number.
I'm unable to see your screen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will do that. I will just make it available for you. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you see now? I just want to round it, this number. Okay, I'm just removing this above number. Okay, I just want to round this number up to 2 decimal. That's it. The syntax is very simple. Syntax is very simple. Round the number you want to round and till what you want to round. Up to 2 decimal, up to 3 decimal, up to 4 decimal. You can write here. Okay. Suppose I'm writing 3. Then what will happen? It will take 3 decimals. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right, Brajbandhu, you're right. This is the correct way. Paul, you got your answer, or you want to share your screen? Would like to share your screen? Okay, so let me allow you to share. Yeah, please share your screen and show it to me. Can you please share your screen? I'm waiting. Paul, I can't see your screen. Please share your screen. Okay, Pooja, let me address the Paul's question and then I have stopped my screen share. Paul, are you able to share your screen? Can you see share screen option on your uh, this screen? Can you see share screen? You can unmute yourself. Okay, you can talk at least. Can you hear me? Hello. Yes, you are right, Praveen. Do you find any difficulty in that? We can discuss that. Okay, I think there is something going on at Paul's side, so we can continue. You're taking, yeah, now we can see your screen. Okay, so can you just stop that execution? Can you see there is one square button there, that just downside, just beside the run option, there is one stop button. Can you see that run option there, Paul? Paul, can you see run option there? Move your cursor there. Can you go up and see the run option, Paul? Okay, you can stop sharing. I think there is some issue at your end. I think you can't hear me. Please stop sharing if possible. Let me just ask you. I'm sorry, Paul. I can't solve your query because you can't hear me, and even your screen was not visible to me properly. Try to resolve your issue and come back again, or we can continue. Okay. So, okay, let us go ahead, guys. Can you bring your L's at the proper position, guys? Indentation is very important. Just observe where is my else. It is just below the if. Okay. If is the separate block and else is the separate block. Okay. So it should be just exactly below the I. Can you see else block? And there only you will get the error, I believe. Brajbandhu, I think 1.2 and 1.20 both are like almost same, right? If you increase the number of 0 after 2, value is not going to change at all. But if you are adding number of zeros before that 2, value will be added, right? Pooja, can you just share your code in the chat? Meenakshi, do you want the mic access? You can just ping me. Okay, I will allow you if you want to discuss anything. Okay, those who want the mic access, they can just ask me. I will allow them. Pooja, can you just write down your code in the chat? Or you want to share your screen, Pooja? Okay. Okay, go ahead and share your screen. Yeah, Maksudur, let me solve the other queries. We can just go ahead. So, so Pooja, don't use this. Okay, don't use this terminal at all to write the further code. Okay, can you just go to file? Can you see file option there above? Can you click on that? Are you following me, Pooja? Can you go to file, open new file? Yeah, do not use this shell. Okay, it will be very difficult for you to, write the code. Okay, now I think I can't see that screen, the newly opened, because you haven't shared the entire screen, right? You can stop sharing and click on entire sharing so that I can see the all you know your screen. Yeah, now there you can write that code. Write down a is equal to 2. Can you make it more big? That's okay. Write down next line. If if space a is greater than, if a is greater than 5 colon, enter. Can you see now that this is coming at next, like it is keeping 4 spaces by default, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
write down there, print a is, print a is greater than 5, print in bracket, print in bracket, we are writing message, right? Do not give space. uh, Bracket, round bracket, and then give the message in quote. You have to write a is greater than b. Enter. No, write, this is what you want to write, then remove that a greater than b. Come, give one more backspace. Right, write down there, else colon, enter, print a is not greater than 5. Again that bracket, Priya Puja. Print means that bracket, do not forget to give that bracket, okay? We have seen print multiple times. In quote, right, complete that, complete this bracket and save it. Control S, Control S. Where you want to save that? Click on desktop. Can you see there desktop option? Yeah, click on desktop, right, and then save there. Demo. You can give any name. Demo. Okay, and save it. Perfect. Your file is saved there. Okay. Now how to run it? Click on run. Can you see run option there above? File, edit, format, and then run. Yeah. Click on run module, and here you can see the output. Can you see a is less than 5? How it is executed? How it
Yes,
is
sir.
executed? So your a is what? 2, right? So it
Yeah.
will come down. So if a is greater than 5, a, what is a? It is 2, right? 2
Yeah.
is greater than 5. Is it correct? No.
No.
So it is not going to go inside the
Executed.
if block. It will go in else block. Are you
Yeah.
getting?
Yes, sir.
And that's why it is printing what? A is less than 5.
5.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
sir.
hope you
Thank you,
understood
sir.
how to write.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Onwards, use this particular approach. Okay. Do not use
जी
this shell.
जी सर जी थैंक यू
Okay. Okay. So now you can stop sharing. Any other question, guys? Let me check the chat again. I know this will take time, but this we need to understand. Okay. Yeah, Maksudur, I will share more examples on this. So let's go ahead and write, guys, more example on this. Can you write a program to check the eligibility of voter? Program to check eligibility of voter, whether the whether the person is eligible for voting or not. Can you do that? What is the criteria for voting in India, guys? If you know, if the age is greater than or equal to 18, then only you are eligible for voting, right? So can you write the program for that? You have to apply the check. If the age is greater than 18, then you can print the message user is eligible for voting. Otherwise, user is not eligible for voting. That's it. Go ahead and write the program. How to write that? Write down the algorithm, like accept the age first. Age is equal to, age would be an integer. Okay, so just accept the age from the user. Enter, ask user to enter your age, right? And then user will enter the age, guys. Let us validate that age is greater than or equal to, you remember the symbol, we learn these operators, right? Now there is, need to use those operators. Write down print eligible for voting, else you are not eligible for voting. Okay, please try after some years or days, whatever it is. Let us execute this. Enter your age. Suppose I am writing 10. So what it is saying, you are not eligible for voting. Please try after some years, right? If you try to execute that, for example, 18, so you can see eligible for voting. So when the condition is true, then it will enter and just print this. If condition is false, then it is not going to enter inside the if. It will go inside the else block. That's it. Go ahead and execute this, guys. Go ahead and try this. Okay. I hope everything is like, so Rumi, what happened, like try to give 18 as an input to your program and check what is happening there. So Mohammed, it is 21 at your place wherever you are. You can use any, right? That is not an issue, but definitely great. So Rumi, it should be eligible if you are in India, right? 18 is okay. So there must be, greater than or equal to, then only it will just throw you are eligible when you input 18. Are you getting it? Right. Any question, guys, in this particular program? Any question? So Praful, you can use that operator, but if you are having age 18, then that will be false, right? Yes, Mohammed, you can use eval function, not an issue. Suppose Praful, your age is 18, then 18 is greater than 18 or 18 is less than 18. This condition will be false, right? And though you are eligible for voting, your program will throw what? You are not eligible. Are you getting it? That's why we need to write what? Greater than or equal to. That's why I have written here greater than or equal to. Understood? Praveen, where like you want to format that? You have to write this statement inside the print only, right? Right, Praful. So Praveen, what is exactly your problem is? It's about what the number they entered. Okay. So that based on that you want to display the message, right? Okay. So let me just write it down for you. Okay. Okay. Let's format this. Now you are not eligible for voting, or we can say at this age you are not eligible for voting. Please try after some time. Dot format. There we will be writing age. Now I'm writing 12. Can you see at 12 age you are not eligible for voting? Please try after some time, some years. Is that okay? Let's try one more thing. Okay. Let's try after you know after, for example, this years. Okay, after this years, what will be, comma, we will writing 18 minus j. Okay, let me execute this. So what it is saying, at 12 age you are not eligible for voting, please try after 6 years. Is it correct? Do you want like this? How we are going to do that? So you remember like format function we have taken previously yesterday itself, right? So for this particular bracket we'll be using what? Age as a variable, right? And for the second bracket we'll be using 18 minus age as a variable. Okay, now it is pretty much clear. Let us understand. For 18 eligible for voting, but for 10 it is saying at 10 age you are not eligible for voting, please try after 8 years. Okay, uh, now let's go ahead. I believe like everything is clear about if else now, right? Let's see the interesting part. If if then elif else. Let me write down the syntax. How syntax works, guys? If condition statement 1 statement 2, if I want to add one more condition, so elif means else if condition statement 3 statement 4, if I want to add more condition, condition and then else. Are you getting, guys, what is happening here? Let me write down the definition for this. If we want to validate more than one condition, then we use elif. Elif means what? Else if. So here what it means, if this condition is true, then it is going to execute these two statements and it will skip the block, entire block. If not, if this condition is not true, then it will go in the next elif statement. It will check this condition. If this condition is true, then it will execute these two statements and it will skip this entire if else block. It will come outside here. Okay, I'm writing here print outside. It will come outside. Okay, so if this condition is false, then it will come to the next condition. It will check if this condition is false, then it will come and print outside. If this condition is true, then it will just come here and print all the statements. If this condition is false, then it will come here and it will print what? This particular statement. So this is how we are going to execute all these statements. So uh, let me just check what others are saying. uh, okay, what is the problem, Vishal? Can you put your error in the chat? Rumi, I hope you can see that. Vishal, can you put your error in the chat? We're putting question, the program. So, so Vishal, very clear. You are taking a as a variable, right? And you are writing age in the format function. How it is? The error clearly says, right? Name error. Name age is not defined. Any other question, guys?
Sir,
Okay.
can I share my screen?
Do you have the question in that age? Wala
Sir,
question.
actually, I'm stuck in the program you asked us to perform.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and share your screen. Brajbandhu, like, yes, you're right, because maybe you are putting the age, less than 18. That's why it is showing that error. Okay.
Sir, here actually enter your age prompt I'm not getting.
Okay. So can you see, like, in input function, you haven't enclosed that in the quote, input in bracket quote. That message should be in quote. After that colon, remove that colon then. Puja. Yeah, perfect. Now execute it. Can you click on run now? Okay. Save it. Got
Got
it?
it, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. I believe now everything is clear related to if else. Any question still if you have? Praful, what is happening at your end? I have copied your code. Let me check at my end. So why you have given comma here, Praful? We are not expecting this comma. Okay, here must be what? Dot format. Praful, you're getting? Noor, please share your code. Yeah. Praful, you're clear with your okay, got it. Now let me just check the Noor's code. So Noor, you forget to just close. No, you have closed that. So let me just execute it. Okay, so can you see here 3 brackets has opened and only 2 has been closed. Okay, so just remove this bracket and you will get the result. Understood? Okay, any other question? Prajbandhu, like you understood your thing? Any query from your side? Okay, all right. Now let's understand that. Write a program to print the result, that is, you know, grade of grade, we can say, based on marks. Yeah, I am repeating that, Elif. Okay, if the condition is true, then it will execute statement 1 and 2, and then it will skip all these statements, guys, till else, and it will come and print I am outside. If this condition is false, then it will jump to the Elif. It will check this condition. If this condition is true, then it will execute statement 3 and 4, and it will skip these 2 statements, and it will just go and execute this one. If this condition is false, then it will jump to the next condition. If the condition is true, then it will execute 5 and 6 statement, and then it is going to skip this 2 statement and come outside. If this condition is false, then it will go and execute what? The else one. Understood now how it is going to execute? The problem statement is very simple. Okay, problem statement is very simple. I will be giving you a grades. You have to identify, or maybe I'll be giving you marks. You have to identify the grade of the student. So I will mention here. Okay, let us say I'm having marks and I'm having grade column. Suppose marks is lies between 0 to 39. Then the grade will be what, guys? Then if mark lies between 40 to 60, then you will be saying this is, second class. If it is 61 to 70, then it is first class. And then 70 to 100 or onwards, it is what? Now understood the problem statement, guys? Great. Let's solve this. So how many condition we need to check, guys? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Are you agree with this? 4 condition, right? Let's solve this. Let's solve this particular problem. Okay. Answer. I'm writing here question. Let's write the answer. First, what you want to, accept? Marks. Let's say I'm accepting marks in M, integer, input, enter marks. Enter marks. Now marks is with me, guys. Now let's say if your marks is less than 39, are you agree with this? Or equal to 39, right? Marks is less than or equal to 39. Are you agree with this condition, guys? Then what you are going to say? What you are going to print? Print fail, right? Else, suppose we want to evaluate more condition. Now we have evaluated this one. Now let's go ahead and evaluate this. Okay, what we are going to write, right, guys? Elif. Instead of marks, I'm having M. Your marks is less than or equal to 60. Are you agree with this? Then what you are going to write here? Print. There are different ways to evaluate the condition, guys. You got second class. Okay. Elif. Marks is less than or equal to 70. Then what? Print. You got first class. Elif. Mark is less than or equal to 100. Then what you are going to write here, guys? Distinction. You got distinction.
I have a small question.
Yeah.
So instead of writing the last elif, which is M is less than equal to 100, can't we write else print you have got distinction.
Yeah, definitely. But if suppose user enters 101, then
Okay.
right, then I must print what? Wrong input. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Let's test it. Suppose I'm writing 0. Can you see your fail? Let me just write 39. Still it should say what? Your fail. Let's say 40. It is saying second class. Let's say 61. Yeah, you got the first class. Then let's say 101. Wrong input. What Monica you want to use? And then at the end you are going to display grade. At the end you must display grade, right? Here you need, yeah, that is also okay, no problem. But that distinction should be in quote, right? Shweta, yes. Else please enter valid marks. Okay, correct. Perfect. So Shweta, you have written two conditions, right? Is there any need to write these two conditions when we write in this way? I'm not sure. Like you can just validate. There are multiple ways to write that. You are also okay. Okay. Where Mohammed, we need to display the message, right? That's why we are using print. In syntax here. Yeah, this statement one means what? My print statement. Okay, we need to make our program good, right? So these two statement can be anything. If the condition is true, then I'm going to execute this statement. That's it. Are you getting it, Mohammed? After else, yeah, that is not an issue. That this is just to indicate this is outside the elif. Okay, there is no significance.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
For this answer, do we need to define this question first?
Question is here, right? Question I have defined already.
Yes, what I'm saying is that if I want to, just uh, write the answer without
Mhm.
question, I can format the answer, or it is just for a reference that you have just created a question.
Yeah, this is just the situation. Okay,
Acha.
you need to handle this using program. Okay, this is the program you have to write. Given is this one. So go ahead and write the program. So answer is this one. Safa, you want to share your screen? You want to share your screen? Safa, I'm not sure what you to call you, but yeah, would like to share your screen. Is that okay, Pooja? I'm just copying this code and pasting in the chat. You can copy that. Yeah, Rumi, you are correct. We can have multiple approaches, okay? No worries. Okay, Minakshi, just give me a second. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah. When I print the marks 101, it will get error.
Okay.
It will not showing the wrong input. Enter marks 101. It will not showing wrong input. It will just syntax error.
Okay, so would like to share your screen?
Oh, so, sorry, I can't because I
Can you put
did.
your code in the chat
Yeah,
then?
yeah, I put the code in my chat.
Yeah. So Rumi, in this week we'll have assignment. Those who want a code, please say hi in the Q&A. I'll put that code there. Okay. Say hi in the Q&A. I will put the code there. You can copy that code from there, that place. In Q&A, Safa, not in the chat. Oh my God. Everyone wants the code. This is really okay. Let me just. Dell, you are getting that code? Check. So Minakshi, I'm waiting for your code. Just put your code in the chat. I'm
So I
not
got my
getting
answer.
your.
So I
Okay,
got my answer. Thank
great.
you.
Maqsadur, I'm not able to answer. Like understand your question. All right, guys. So what I will do is, okay. Just give me a second. Now the next question is. So I hope you understood this, right? Elif, any question in this? Yeah, Prajakta, I'll be giving an assignment in this week. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen quickly, and you know I'll be giving some assignment uh, to you here itself. Can you all guys see my untitled page notebook? Assignment 1. Okay. Explain all tokens in detail. This is what first question is. The second question is like find the electricity bill, okay, for consumer. Even units, and then price per unit, or we can say not a unit but calculation price. Okay, so how bill calculation, we can say bill calculation, not a price. Okay, so unit is for example 0 to 100, then bill calculation will be like 1.5 multiply by unit. Suppose it is 1012 you know 200. So our bill calculation would be 2.5 multiply by units. If it is 300 to 300, oh sorry, it's 201 to 300, then it is 3.5 multiply by units, and then 301 and onwards it will be 10 multiply by, this is not, I'm not sure this is actually the formula, but yes, you have to find out the final bill, okay, for the consumer. So your input will be units. I'm just giving an hint. Input will be units. Your first question, guys. The second question is, you know a third question is like, uh okay, find the final price of particular, you know item after discount. Okay, this is what the question is. Given is, for example, you know uh, if number of, for example, items are items are uh, desktop, mouse and keyboard. If quantity of desktop is greater than 50, then 5% discount. Then 5% discount. Okay, then if quantity of mouse is greater than 100, then 10% discount. Okay, and if quantity of keyboard is greater than 40, then 2% discount. Okay, print final price of given item. So can you solve this? Do you have any doubt in this? Pooja, what is your code? Can you put your code in the chat? Okay. No, Rumi, you can solve this using input, output and normal if else. We don't want to use any dictionary list and other stuffs. Okay. You can use using normal if else, elif and the input output. You have to decide the actual price of the product. You have to decide the quantity of the product and then decide the discount. So Pooja, remove this above question part. from your code. And then remove that grade also. Why you have taken that grade? So Pooja, this is what your code should look like. Enter marks 10, so it should say fail, but your marks is not defined, right? So instead of your marks, just write M, okay, and then your 10, it should give fail. This is how your code should be, okay. Say hi in the chat, I will share this code with you. So on your portal, you can upload your assignment. Let me upload my assignment first, guys. Okay, I will be uploading this notebook, guys, as it is. There itself you have to solve, okay. And this file also I will be sharing, conditional statement. Okay, let me upload that. The date will be like the next Sunday you have to submit this. You can see your assignment in the assignment section, guys. Okay, just check. Guys, can you see, if you can see the assignment on the portal and even the today's file? You can refresh your portal and check if it is there. I believe like now everyone can see this notes and even assignment also. All right, guys, I hope there is no question on the assignment also. You can try, okay. Even if you'd like to solve more problems, you can add all these problems in the assignment file and you can share that with me for review something. I will review those and will give the feedback. Okay, that is completely fine. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next class in the next week. I believe this lecture is useful to you all. Thank you so much. There only you have to submit it. There must be a submit option. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay, let me share here also both assignment and the today's file. You can see the today's file here and even the assignment also. Okay, both file are here. Thank you so much, everyone. So first statement is very simple. Okay, like you know, here we used to calculate the electricity bill. Suppose in my meter there is some unit. For example, unit is 5 unit I have consumed. So my input will be 5 and then 5 fits in the first category, right? That's why my 5 multiplied by 1.5 will be my final bill. If I consumed 101 unit, then I will be in the second group and I will be charging, or they will be charging 2.5 multiplied by 101. This will be my final unit. Are you getting? Okay. Thank you, everyone.